Okay, a quick little video on violence in the nursing workplace. Um, I've actually experienced it firsthand a number of times, and I've only been a nurse for a year now, almost a year. And because I experienced it also as a tech, separate instances, and as a nursing student. Um, and there's nothing like inner city stuff and ED stuff, where, EDR stuff where, it can get hairy, don't get me wrong. But when you're in a med surg setting and you're thinking things should be quiet, sometimes they're not. And whether that's from the patient or the family members or just whatever individual in this day and age, we have lockdown drills. Our organization is very good about running annual such trainings and drills, and I think they call it lockdown trainings. I know the codes are like that, just like a code blue, code white, or whatever you call it. Your facility calls whatever emergencies. I injured I didn't injure myself. My patient injured me, but it's something I think should be advised to potential nurses, nursing students, whoever, healthcare, doctors, doesn't matter, but obviously is a nursing channel. That not to expect it, but to be aware of it. I don't want to say you expect it, but it is something that is there, and it is a higher percentage than regular people. Whether you're I'm actually shocked. It was higher than retail, higher than other professions. I believe that's what they told us. And the healthcare in general, I think they lump it all together. I was kind of shocked. I would have thought retail would have been first. But I guess tempers run high. You're talking about life and death already, and you have patients and their families. And I'm not shocked from the family point of view, because those are people that are just walking in, they're kind of healthy and whatever. But from the patients themselves, you'll get it too. And you're going to get it from the patient population that's not quite with it, which is mine. That's our specialty is the neuro. So that's not unexpected in that sense, And I you have little old ladies or grandpas or whatever that can be violent, and after getting better, they're the sweetest thing in the world, and they don't remember any of that. So I never blame the patient that's of altered mental status, but it still doesn't make the violence any less real against you or me. So it's something that you need to be aware of, and especially because our profession is 90% women, on average are physically weaker. It doesn't matter with the patient, because they get superhuman strength once they all go off the rails. And that happened where I had to. I was protecting the nursing tech that was assisting me. If she had handled the person alone, she would have been injured. As it was, I was able to at least meet not force with force, but meet the strength with strength and diffuse the situation. But it resulted still in an injury on my side, because I didn't want to apply too much pressure, so I eased up a bit, but he took advantage of that. Anyway, so for women that are entering the profession, getting to a long-winded entry, you have to be aware of their surroundings, the room, the patient, modes of egress, getting out of a dangerous situation. Make sure people know where you are at. If you're gone off the unit for like 5 minutes, they're like, where is she? And she was in room 36 getting assaulted or something. You have to do that, be aware of that. I see it just as a nursing eye. I can see, people when I walk into. It doesn't matter my badge. Doesn't matter my dress. I'm a potential threat, and they say, they ask me what floor am I going on before they even hit any of their floors if we're going in an elevator, and I answer right away. I don't take any offense to it. I know it. I have 4 daughters myself. I tried to impress upon them little things like that to keep themselves safe. Not put yourself in a bad situation. It's easier to avoid the situation if you're never in it. Once you're in it, then there are the trainings, like I was saying, that our organization does. I'm not going to try to give you anything of that. You can find that online, or ask your organization, or ask the school. I'm sure a lot of schools will be offering that, or if they don't, ask. And I'm sure they will incorporate, because they'll be like, oh yeah, that's a good training to have. We should have one unit just on that. Because I'm sure all the nursing professors probably have on average 20 to 30 years of experience, and they have experienced much worse stuff than we have. So I'm sure they're going to be like, yeah, we need to put that into the training, into the modules, into the program somewhere along the line before we unleash them into the public. And these baby nurses like myself become, fodder for the real world. And they did. We had trainings, and like I said, our organization was very good about that. But it's something just to be aware of, that people are sometimes surprised, and don't be scared. The organizations are usually very good at supporting you, providing security and a secure environment, and teaching you. But sometimes you can put yourself in that bad position. That bad situation by not being aware, avoid it. And that's one of the basic trainings, teachings in the training sessions that we have, is like, hey, don't put yourself in that position. It's not your fault. Definitely never your fault. You're the victim. But, be aware. I'm a native New Yorker, so for me, it's like always eyeballing people. You're always eyeballing people. It's like, yeah. But there are people that, coming from wherever, Bumbletown, and they're like, what? This person would mean me harm? Yeah. They mean you harm. They will harm you. Be careful. And especially so, unfortunately, I think it's partly because of the gender bias or gender majority in this profession, that unfortunately it becomes victimized. It's 90% women, and unfortunately that is the gender that gets victimized more so. Men do get victimized by myself, but it's unfortunate, and I think that's a big reason why we have such a big percentage in our profession that is subject to violence. All right. Good luck and be safe out there.